finding, how it helps you in your like in your center, when you go through all these findings.
Okay.
What do you think?
First of all, when I did the observation, with help from my teachers. I think through this process, I learned a lot to observe a child accordingly. You know, because we already divided we have the list that we need to focus on. So it helps me to really focus on what I want to observe. So it makes things easier for me. And then I believe with this kind of things, it helps my teachers sebenarnya untuk very focus in what they're supposed to observe. So at the same time, by doing this observation, as an operator now I realize that a lot of activities that I need to improve, especially when it comes to like the cognitive, the affective and the physical. Especially on my case, for Aulia, he's just turned 1, and what are lacking in her is because she cannot crawl. She skipped that milestone.
Yes.
And whereby that milestone, the crawling part is very important.
Yes.
For the cognitive. Unfortunately, the activities are not focusing or not like paying attention to like crawling. We more focus on other thing. So by doing this, we I see the kekurangan, the advantage on her. So whereby I need to tell my teacher, or we need to focus on her crawling activities to encourage her to have this
Development.
Yeah.
development.
So you mean like from whatever the abilities of young children, right? So you extend that. It is
Yes.
under scaffolding.
Yes,
Do you
we
agree
sculpt,
with that?
yeah, I agree with that.
Scaffold our young children
Yes.
learning, right? Okay. How about you?
Okay, for my case, my girl is 3 years old. Okay, 3 years old is whereby a time whereby most of the children, they will stay at home with grandma or nanny. But this Namiko is a special case, is because all the while she's with the nanny. So only when the nanny is not able to take care of her because of health, then only the mother choose to send her to our Tasca. So I find that number one is that parents would take it for granted, is that they don't need to go to any Tasca kindergarten to learn at as early as 3 years. So only when circumstances force them, I would use the word force them. So I'm very thankful is that because Namiko, through our observation, all the while because she's with the nanny, so I would say about from her part of affective, she's more bossy. Moreover, she's the youngest in. So we see development because she'll comes in is that everything is mine. You cannot touch, you know. I have mine, you have yours. So when you come to my circle, I retaliate lah.
Egocentric?
Yes, ego. Yes, that's what is they have the stages lah. But after some time, when she knows that she has to work and blend with the peer, which is 3 years old, she become friendly with many, especially one of her best friend is Elton. So they can play together, you know, and she's willing to share. And the most important is that she knows that even she's the youngest, and her attitude changed even at home. Last time when little bit the brother trigger or whatever, he will retaliate very, the tantrum was bad. But now whenever the brother will just hug her and all those, she will just give in easily. As well as for her psychomotor, especially her training in able to wear her own clothing. Last time everything nanny kan, but when she comes to here, we teach them to just wear the shoe, be independent, and then the most important is that she able to do a lot of things like psychomotor. She likes the trampoline because at home you're not able, cannot climb, cannot this, or else you fall. So you see the development. Even the mother feels that she's more stable in walking. Even earlier when she comes in, walking macam nak jatuh, you know. But now because not stable, but because now we even did on the part whereby she walks on the plank. Okay, she's able with the help and all those. So she has built confidence in her. So in this case,
So
we
as a
overcome.
principal, I can see that you look at the children punya abilities,
Yes.
right? So you
Yes.
go through all these abilities.
The prior knowledge to after they come in and what they have learned and the development that we see.
How about teachers? Do you want to share anything?
Okay, in my case, Haziq,
I think he's no problem with all the CAP because as I mentioned in our report, he's very smart. But the problem that can I highlight to my tadika that they already implement the assessment, these kinds of assessment whereby they assess the student, their cognitive, fashion and psychomotor. But it is not fair to other children because they numbered, they they give position for the children based on their development achieve what they achieve from the so because Haziq during 4 years old he went to Mandarin class so he has the extra or what we call extra from other children because he can speak Mandarin. During the 5 years old, he went to Islamic kindergarten, so he already can recite all doas, hafazan, that's all.
I mean, I say exposure to
yes,
different
exposure
places.
environment also assist the child development. So for him, no problem, but not fair to other children. When we as a kindergarten assess the children based on their achievement
And start to label them, right? I think I agree with that. I mean, it's not fair to label them
Yes.
Or to grade
after
them
yeah,
to
to grade them
position.
after the certain assessment because you know we have to believe each child is unique, you know, and their capabilities, their abilities are different according to their pace and everything.
Yeah.
So for me, I agree with you. We should like make it like general assessment without any
Okay,
labeling.
another point that I want to highlight to my tadika that she prepared the progress chart only one set for all 4, 5 and
Across
6
for-
years. So I think it's not a correct way. It should be one set for 4 years, one set for 5 or 6 years because as we learn from our research, our reading that each
Milestone
age,
is different.
yes, it's
Each
different.
age
Each
ada
age has a different milestone.
Yes.
So
So
that's my finding lah from our observation.
So from whatever observation that we did, right, we found out that the parents also are coming through us and asking about what is the data finding. So that is one of the reason also we come up with this finding and to show the parents, correct? How do you like to extend on that? How are you going to show to the parents all
result?
the result of this data finding? What do you think about that?
Because like in my center we have this parent teachers meet quarterly, every quarter. So I think during that time is the best when we have to present our findings. Then it creates the collaboration, parents, teachers, to like you said just now to extend the activities for certain areas that the child tak achieve lagi. So at least the collaboration yang kita boleh create helps the child untuk achieve the abilities fully.
Yes.
Okay, I think it is at the same time we can highlight to the parents that some parents when they come to us during the Parents' Day, they want to know how
academic,
our children how their academic in this class their children at what position.
Yes,
so
they always ask
we
the
as a
position.
teacher have to explain to them that every children different ability and different
intelligence.
Yeah, we have to educate them also.
For my case, because I have those parents who can't make it for Parents' Day. So what if we do is that we will try to talk to them daily in the sense that let's say within that week we saw or we noticed some changes, development or even some changes that I think is negative or positive, we will highlight to them straight away so that we can rectify.
Yes.
And we do not wait for the day to come. But definitely we have an official day whereby like Zai, Parents Teachers Day, we will brief the teacher will able to explain what are the procedures and what should be said to the parents and what shouldn't. Definitely I agree with you also as teacher because We shouldn't grade them as 1 or 2 or 3.
Mhm.
Even they persist. I know some parents, they are very persistent. They just want to know, just tell me lah, is it between 5 or no? What about 10? You know,
Yeah,
they keep
yeah,
on bugging
yeah.
you. So I think it's fair, like what you say. We just tell them overall, we only test them in this 3 domain.
Mhm.
So that's why I believe is that through this observation, we are able to let the parents know that this kind of observation, which is the CAP, will not have any position. The assessment do
Yeah.
not place any child with
Yes.
position. This is a very good practice.
Mhm.
That's why I agree with this one, and with this we are sure that even as operator, as teacher, as parents,
Mhm.
we won't feel the stress like,
Mhm.
why my child, how come my child out of 10 get 9, you know, some is the mentality, is it my child tak tahu ke apa. So with this kind of observation and with this practice, I'm sure in future the child will able to learn in a different pace. They won't feel I degraded lah, my mommy say I got a 9 because 10 children. So without this one and with this way, we hope in future with this way of assessment, the parents, the teacher and ourselves were able to groom the children in a better way. We all
Yes, yeah, I agree. In fact, we can conclude that like by having this kind of assessment, one, we can create the awareness to the parents,
Yes.
what are the things are important to observe first during the 6 years, the first 6 years ni. You know, not the academic wise, but we have to focus on the 3
Individualized.
yes,
Yeah.
individuals. Kemudian number 2, I believe that by having this kind of observation and assessment, it helps the teachers to be more focused, you know, what to observe and what to create the activities individual to cater to
Pilihan,
each of the student.
Yes.
Kan? So as an operator, I believe it brings that center to another kind of level, which is we are not like how typical kindergarten or TASCA yang you know
Go
we come
after
with the
academic achievement.
after academic achievement. I think this is a good practice
And
that
it's
we
more
should
to
start.
holistic, right?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
believe in holistic development, and through this we're able to make a difference.
I just want to add something like just now you said something about Namiko going through egocentric, right? But she is already 3 years old, kan? So from this, right, I can find out that for example in our assessment, and then we found out that that child is not going through the normal process.
Development.
So we can also use this assessment
Yes.
to help that
Yes,
child.
yes,
Kan?
yes,
Like we
yes.
call it as early intervention.
Mm-mm.
Kan?
Mm-mm.
So from that early intervention also, like just now we
Can
have
overcome.
discussion, so we can overcome that situation,
Yes.
right? Do you want to add anything else?
No, my point seems like that if the child did not achieve the milestone, then we
are there
need
to
do
help
her.
them.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have to.
We have
We
to.
have to go through. Not only that, kita tak tengok on that weaknesses, but we also focus on the strength, because
Yes.
from the
Yes.
strength also we can
We can
extend.
overextend, and then we can excel
I
them
I think
at
when
that
they
level lah.
when the children are not able to reach,
Mm.
that's when come the teacher
Mm.
to double up their
Yes.
punya activity to make
Because
sure the child are
okay, because as we believe that environment, parents also will
the collaboration.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay.
Bye. Oh, good.